Parker, and how his career after 8 years and going into his 9th season and being in training camp, as I remember, up in Rhode Island at the shore, how it came to an end.
Buddy Parker had Buddy Dial. Buddy Dial was one of the greatest receivers we ever had.
Could he go and
Buddy Dial also had a pinched nerve that would bother him and go out on him and cause him a lot of trouble, and he'd have to go to the sidelines. Got that pinched nerve playing a guitar. He was a good guitar player.
Playing a guitar.
Yeah, really.
Get on it, playing a guitar.
Okay, all right. Anyhow, comes the possibility of this great Texan Scott Appleton, a tackle.
All-American.
Yeah. And there's another league, the American Football League. There's a lot of money, oil money, that's available. And Buddy Parker puts himself in competition with somebody down there in Texas for the services of Scott Appleton, who already has been spoken for by this oil millionaire who has offered him a series of gas stations and black heifered, black whatever those cattle
those
are.
Cows, yeah.
Yeah, the cattle and everything else. He's got them all sort of all tied up even before he comes out of college. And Buddy is going to try and sign him. And trades to Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys, Buddy Dial, for the right to try and get Scott Appleton.
Well, Dial, that's right, for the right.
The trail there was no recall.
Dallas had the NFL draft rights to him.
That's right. They had the draft rights to Scott Appleton,
yeah.
So he made the deal. No recall if he didn't. Buddy was that kind of a gambler. He'd take a chance. Dial went to Dallas. Appleton never came to Pittsburgh. So it was Dial for nothing.
Well,
From that time on, that's the first time that Art Rooney stepped in. Art Rooney stepped in. There was no publicity on this.
Yeah.
And I think that I have the facts right. Art never told me this. Nobody told me. I just put one and one together. At that time, it was told to Buddy, from now on, Buddy, any trades you want to make, you'll check them out first with Danny. Danny was the vice president.
And emerging then as a force in the ball
club.
club.
Oh, yeah. Danny was a smart, sharp football man, had the knowledge of football, had his finger on the pulse of it, and the Steelers Super Dynasty shows the story of how good Danny was as an operator of a football franchise. Buddy's got to check with Danny. This irritates Buddy Parker no end. He's not checking anything with Danny. If he's going to check anything with anybody, it's going to be the boss man himself, the Prez. Now Buddy loses an exhibition game. He doesn't like his quarterbacking, and he wants a quarterback. And every time that after Buddy lost a ball game, Joe Kuharich would call him because he knew that was the best time he could make a trade. May Joe rest in peace, Joe Kuharich, a very good friend. And at times a good coach of Washington, coached the Philadelphia Eagles, had a long contract, died of cancer not so long ago. And Joe would call Buddy trying to make a deal and get the best of him. Now here he calls Buddy Parker, and Buddy Parker wants King Hill, a journeyman quarterback, a great golfer, King Hill, but a journeyman quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, what does Kuharich want? Quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, what does Kuharich want? Ben McGee and Chuck Hinton.
Yoy.
The
two good linemen.
Two starting defensive tackles. And what does Buddy say? It's a deal.
Oy, yoy.
Now, Danny gets word. Danny finds out and vetoes.
Uh-huh.
That shot Buddy right up to the sky, and Buddy wants to talk to Art. They get Art on the phone. Art says, whatever Danny says, that's it. And Buddy says, I quit. That was it.
And they accepted the resignation. And Buddy had quit times before when they said, forget about it, and he changed his mind. But this time they accepted. Now, we've got just a minute or so remaining, Joe, and